Okay, so this tutorial is sponsored by myself. I'm teaching this ChatGPT complete guide course for developers creating code, for students to creating a methodology to learn using ChatGPT and traditional tools, and for workers and business to do ethically use of ChatGPT to leverage their earnings. So thanks, and let's continue. Okay, so welcome to this video. I am very happy to announce that I have an hypothesis that ChatGPT can be the most powerful tool for active learners. Action instead of contemplation. Prelude. ChatGPT can power learners instead of other mainstream tools where knowledge is mostly consumed passively. ChatGPT, as a creative tool, needs the other traditional tools like search engines, encyclopedias to validate the information, but can help conduct research with creativity, debates, simulation, problem solving, and brainstorming. Students can interact with learning process using meiotic and dialogue instead of passively consuming information, may be highly benefited. Okay, so now let's see what active etymology is. Active comes from Latin agere, act, activus. In Middle English is preferring action to contemplation, being active. Middle English in the sense preferring action to contemplation, as you see, is from Oxford Languages, the source. Action-based activity-based learning instead of only passively consuming data, using creativity and practice, and following actions as original research path. Doers, as John Dewey said, give the pupil something to do, not something to learn, and the doing is of such a nature as to demand thinking. Learning naturally results. Active learning. Active learning keeps students engaged. Action instead of contemplation, creating articles, code with a semantic, highly related conversation. You use the prompts that you can communicate very precisely with the artificial intelligence that is powered by the human acknowledged as repository. Active learning experiences empower deeper levels of understanding instead of short retention. ChatGPT as a tool. ChatGPT is a powerful tool for active learners. It can help them to become better at understanding new concepts and ideas by providing them with personalized feedback and guidance. It can also help them to quickly identify areas of improvement and focus on those areas to become more successful in their studies. Additionally, ChatGPT can provide active learners with an interactive and engaging learning experience that can help them to stay motivated and engaged in their learning. Okay, but ChatGPT as your ally with other traditional tools. ChatGPT enables original responses to very specific prompts that search engines its closest competitor can't afford. I am not underestimating search engines. They are the best allies of ChatGPT combined with official documentation of a particular technology, scientific articles, papers, books, encyclopedias. ChatGPT engages with the student at a level of feeling listened. The results of the natural dialogue can be published with comments from the author, correction, disambiguation, with original perspective and guidance of human creativity, but powered by the immense repository of human knowledge being interpreted with good faith by artificial intelligence. Active learning benefits. Active learning increases student performance in science, engineering, and mathematics. And here is the reference of the scientific paper. Students constructing and deconstructing their own knowledge and understanding can be better for their own learning. Okay, but first, how does active learning work? Active learning is a teaching method that encourages students to take an active role in their learning. It involves students in the learning process by having them participate in activities, ask questions, and discuss topics. This type of learning allows students to actively engage with the material and develop a deeper understanding of the concepts. Okay, the fundamentals of active learning. Here are some ideas: is the problem solving, brainstorming, debates, simulations, and creativity. Now let's see this with ChatGPT. Problem solving. Imagine you create some code or a simple app using ChatGPT. Try to understand a difficult science concept by using traditional tools like books, search engines, encyclopedias, but leverage it by ChatGPT and publish your result in a blog article to become active in the learning process, receive feedback from other readers, and engaging and feeling happy of learning. Brainstorming. Brainstorming, you can brainstorm on a specific topic and then you can go to other branch. For example, I brainstorm for science. I asked ChatGPT for a science brainstorm. The result. So, for example, it's interesting to see that you can, for example, analyzing behavior of living organisms, chemical composition of the Earth's atmospheres, effects of space radiation, investigating the properties of light and sound. Or you can go more specific. For example, genetic engineering brainstorm, and here the result. For example, creating genetically modified organisms, designing new disease-resistant crops, introducing new traits into plants and animals. So you can see, you can have a very specific field of brainstorm and you can go, for example, modified organisms, and you can do a brainstorm in modified organisms and you can go to deeper branches in this human knowledge repository. That also in Wikipedia is very interesting because I read some years ago that all the articles was going, if you follow all the links, you get to some concepts of philosophy. It's very interesting, this epistemology theory. Also creativity. Imagine co-authoring articles with ChatGPT, where it's a collaboration of peers. The author is you, the human that masters artificial intelligence. The mission is to create delicate pieces of original content with human and artificial intelligence synchronization. Debates, large debates and dialogues, getting very specific answers driven by curiosity. So you can debate a specific topic of politics, of science, and you can be hours debating. And this is very interesting, simulations. Imagine you're writing a book and you need to describe some enemy and you need to be able to talk with her or him to understand it. It's like you can safely use AI as impersonating this described characterology or character, and you can play and engage in conversations with your imagined enemy using this powerful methodology for using neural plasticity in the creative process. So you can interact with your character, you can create a protagonist, an antagonist, a hero, an anti-hero, and give it some traits, and you can make the ChatGPT impersonate the character and you can talk with him and you can get some answers, so you can feedback and write a better book, for example. Conclusion. ChatGPT is a new category tool for education, and in my opinion is revolutionary as making the student engaged in active learning and conducting the research by his own thoughts, passion, and curiosity. The learning results will be epic, being the architect of your own path and following your heart and intuition.